mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Music provided by Style Records, and the artist is Marsha J. Produced by Carl Marrett. Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am Coach Raquel. Today I'm going to be talking about listening. What does it mean to really listen? What does it really mean to, while someone is speaking with you, give them your undivided attention, give them your mind or your heart for a moment and just hear what they have to say. And if this person is not something who should speak into your soul, how about ending the conversation? So what I'm learning about listening is that I don't listen. I haven't been listening well, and that has to change. I want to know that when someone is speaking with me and they're emptying their souls or they're sharing with me their inside thoughts and ideas, I want to be the kind of person who listens and hears them. Allow them the room and the ability and the space and the time to just say what they have to say. Because the truth is, right? Sometimes we don't listen. We're in a hurry to respond because I think a couple of things happen, right? One, we don't want to be misunderstood. Two, we want to say our side, and three, we want our voice to be heard too. We also want to be heard. But this is it, right? When someone is speaking with you and you're not listening, how productive is that, right? Because until you get to say what you have to say, then you would just be wasting time. So I think in order to get those things, in order to be heard yourself, in order to say your side, in order to not be misunderstood, and in order to be able to say what you have to say, is allow people to say what they have to say. And you know what I am finding? Silence brings us more of what we need than speaking. Silence brings us more of what we need, more of the results we desire than speaking ever will. And I'm going to share this blog with you that was inspired by my interaction with someone who I work with, who's also my friend. And I wrote this blog because I felt quite crappy after a conversation we had, and not just one conversation, but I started feeling as though our communication was just not kind on my part. I feel as though I wasn't rising above the normal and the regular to be the extraordinary person that I know I am. And so I wrote this and shared it with him because it was the best way I knew how to communicate an apology with an intention, in a way that it's not just me saying I'm sorry for doing something that hurt you or potentially could have hurt you, but I wanted to show that not only am I sorry, but I have examined myself, and having examined myself, I have decided to do things differently. And here is how. I wanted to present it in a way that he could see that I'm about to make real change, and I'm not just apologizing to do it again and apologize again. So I would just like to share it with you. And the title of it is Listen. Communication. I am learning that I'm a very flawed individual. My communication skills need work, and I need to learn to truly, really listen. I recall when my niece, the oldest one, was 3 years old. She was talking to me, and apparently I was not listening effectively because she said to me, "Auntie, teacher said there are 3 L's in learning, and none of them is talking. Look, listen, learn." She was direct, unapologetic, and wise. Sadly, I didn't learn much from that little lesson. Today, one of my greatest challenges is still listening. I find that I am in a hurry to speak when someone is speaking to me. There is an eagerness, a race to the finish line, and apparently, but sadly, an urgent need to spill my own words as if I may lose my mind, power, and thoughts if I don't say something quickly. So after a morning talk war with a really good friend of mine, I found myself feeling completely disappointed in the way the conversation went and my role in it. I left the conversation feeling like my communication was belittling, dismissive, self-centered, and potentially toxic. I didn't feel good on the inside. I didn't feel like I had done something good. Although my intentions were to share with him a conversation about mindfulness, as I look back at it, I am not certain how mindful I was being. So I am on a journey now to learn to listen, and so far I have learned 3 things. 1, according to Dr. Stephen Covey, we should listen to understand, then to be understood. I have known this habit by Covey for a couple of years now. So how has this helped me today? I am learning that giving the people we care about a voice and a safe space to use that voice has a greater benefit and can get us what we desire from them much faster than words ever will. When we speak, number 2, research suggests that only 7% of what we say actually connect. This too, I have also known for a couple of years. So what new understanding have I garnered from this? Listening lessens my chances of hurting the people I care about with my attitude, tone, and in the moment words. Listening allows me to demonstrate that I care more easily than words ever will. I recall 3 different men who never knew each other, who were all close to me on separate occasions, say the following to me: be the bigger sponge. It is better to be kind than to be right. And the third: why are you being so hard on me? Today, these words mean something to me. I believe I hear them all asking me to listen instead of using my words to hurt them. Listening is now my mountain to conquer. I will take this challenge and redesign my life around it. I shall learn to listen so effectively that its silence will hang in the air like a safety net for the people I care about. Even if I never get to say my side, I would be better off for it. And that's the blog that I wrote and have since shared. You know what I'm realizing? And the thing is, right? Listening doesn't make you automatically wrong in your position. And listening doesn't make them automatically right in their position. Listening just means I'm going to respect you. I'm going to give you a voice and a safe space to connect with me. And you know what? If you find that, or when you find that you are listening to people who their words hurt you, and you feel their words harm you, and you feel their words aren't feeding into you positively, then having listened, you'll now hear, so you can make the decision you need to make to protect yourself. So this is my message to you today. Instead of racing to respond or to speak when someone is talking, do yourself a favor. Listen carefully, keenly, and closely to what they're saying so that you can make the right decision or the best decision as to whether or not this is someone who should be speaking into your soul. But when we're busy talking, we miss it. We miss what the universe is trying to tell us. We miss what God is trying to tell us. So when next you're posed with a challenge, and I'm going to do the same thing, listen. Just listen. And if when you're done listening, it's worth a response, or there's a space or room for response, and you feel you need to respond, then wait until you're done and then you respond. Or simply take the lesson from the moment and decide whether or not this is a conversation you should be having in the first place. Listening is actually, as I think about it more and more and learn about it more and more, it is the best channel. It's the best way to deal with people. It's the best way to love. It's the best way to care. It's just the best way to interact altogether. You know, talk is good. And thank God I have this podcast. I can come here and I can speak about the things that have an impact on me. So I can speak here and just listen when in a conversation, and speak when it's required of me, or when it's asked, or when it's needed. You know, and when it's needed, or when it's needed is when it will be valued. It's when it will be heard. So be strategic in your listening, because it may turn out to be the best decision you ever make. Have a fantastic day, and thank you so much for joining me right here on My Coach Ministry. I'm Coach Raquel. Have the most amazing, phenomenal, wonderful, wonderful day. If you'd like to share something with me or to comment, please leave a comment in the comment section. If there's something you'd like me to talk about, please leave it in the comment section, or send me an email, or connect with me at mycoachministry.com or mycoachministry@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening to me and for supporting what I do. Have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye. Music provided by Style Records, and the artist is Marsha J. Produced by Carl Merritt.